Good day, everyone. Welcome back to our online learning class. We are now in week 7. This is our subject ESL. Your teacher here, Miss Michelle Joy. So class, before we start with our online discussion for this week, I would like us to have a short review about the topics that we have discussed last week. So the first one is the official trailer of the movie Raya and the Last Dragon. After that, we have seen the official soundtrack of the movie, which is Lead the Way. And last but certainly not the least is we have seen the full movie of Raya and the Last Dragon, and I hope you have enjoyed watching. So let's proceed to our discussion this week. What is a conversation? A conversation is an exchange of ideas between two people. This is different from a presentation where you are talking to an audience even if there are only two of you. It's also different from interrogation with your prospect sitting in a concrete room on a metal chair with a spotlight shining on them. A conversation is different from a survey with you running down a list of questions as the prospect tries to figure out why you're asking, how to get away, or both an exchange of ideas between two people implies a give and take. So make sure you leave room for them to share the pauses on your side will open up space after a good and relevant question that the prospect will want to fill. Then make sure your follow-up question has something to do with their answer with what they just shared with you. Don't worry if you're asking good and relevant questions. Eventually, they will have questions for you as well. See, you are exchanging ideas. You are in a conversation, and your way effective communication, it's your responsibility. So class, in our ESL subject, this week we are going to study about conversation. And I'm sure after watching the video about conversation, you have already given an idea what it is. Now, before we proceed with our online discussion, I would like us to read the words to learn that we will be encountering in our next slide. Please repeat after me so you can still practice your reading skills and speaking skills even if you're just at home. Are you ready now? Let's start reading. Letter A, conversation. Letter B, topic. Letter C, particular. Letter D, information. Letter E, sharing. Letter F, question. Letter G, answer. Letter H, purpose. Letter I, idea. And letter J, opinion. So let me just give you a brief explanation about the meaning of these words. So when you say conversation means talking with another person. Topic, what are you talking about? Particular, what is the subject matter? Information, it can be an article, a current event, news. Sharing means to spread information that you got. Question means you want to ask. Answer means you ask something and you have known the information. Purpose means the reason why having the conversation. Idea can be your idea or the person you're talking to, what's on your mind. And opinion, meaning to say your own idea. It can be different with the person you are talking to. What is conversation? Conversation means communication by two or more people, or sometimes with oneself on a particular topic. The pooling of information, the sharing of interests, and the bringing together of ideas. In short class, when you say communication, meaning having a talk with two or more people, because you have to talk about a particular topic or a particular subject so you can come up with something. So let us discuss the purposes of communication. Number one, to form and maintain relationships. It can be with boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife, brother, sister, to have a stronger relationships. Next, to convey feelings, to let other people know how you feel about them. Next, to solve problems, because the best way to solve a problem is by communication. Next, to pursuance, meaning to say, how will you make a person say yes to something that you ask them? Next, to make decision, because you have to consider many things before making a decision. So communication is very important. Next, to give information, especially the informative ones. And the last one, to reduce stress, because when you tell other people about how you feel, then it can give you relaxation. Now, class, why do you think conversation is important? So let us read some reasons why we have to have a good conversation. Conversation is a central part of human life. It is one of the most prevalent uses of human language. It is the way in which people socialize and develop, sustain their relationships with each other. And the last one, it is an organized social activity which involves coordination across participants. So number one, it is a human language. Now, if you cannot talk literally, then you can use sign language, because conversation or communication is very important to let other people know how you feel and also what's in your mind. Next, it is the way in which people socialize, because when you are good in communication skills, you can use this one to have a good life, a better life. And the last one, to organize social activity. That's why if you are a person with a very good public relationship, then you will be successful in your chosen career, especially uh, if it's about business. Now, class, if you want to be a person with a very good communication skills, these are the 10 rules you have to consider. Number one, be genuinely interested in the person. It means to know more about him or her through conversation. Number two, focus on the positives, meaning to say do not talk about negative things. Number three, converse. Do not debate, do not argue. Number four, respect. Do not impose or criticize or judge other opinion or interests. Number five, put the person in his, her best light. So make the person look good, even if you think there is something wrong with the person. You have to make them feel comfortable while talking to you. Next, number six, embrace differences while building on commonalities, especially if you have different culture. Next, number seven, be true to yourself. Okay? Be ready to share your own thoughts. Do not be afraid, even if your opinion and the person you're talking to's opinion is not the same. You have to be true to yourself. Next, 50-50 sharing. Do the talking, but also do the listening. Okay, give and share. Number nine, ask purposeful questions. Okay, positive questions. And number 10, give and take. Don't be too critical over what others say or do, and always give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, class, how will you know when a conversation goes wrong? So these are the warning signs. Number one, blame storming. So accusations and criticisms already start happening. Okay, it's your fault. It's not my fault. That is blame storming. Number two, escalation. When your emotions take over, you were not able to control yourself and your feelings anymore. And then number three, yes, but, meaning to say you agree, but you have the condition why, or you will say you're right, but then, okay. Next, number four, dominatrix. The flow and rhythm of conversation start to fall apart because you are trying to take control of it. You don't like to let other people say their opinion or their interest. And next, mixed messages. When you're speaking at cross purposes or making assumptions without checking for mutual understanding, meaning to say, do not say yes for other people. You have to uh, let them speak for themselves. Okay, class. So the next topic that we have are ways to end a conversation. So there are polite ways on how you are going to end a conversation without hurting the feeling of the person or the people you are talking to. So we have here, please excuse me, I must go. I have a meeting in 30 minutes. Next, I'm sorry, but I have to make an important phone call. Excuse me, but I need to attend to something. Have a nice afternoon. I'd like to talk some more. When can we meet again? I enjoyed our conversation. I am glad we got to talk. I will get in contact with you tomorrow about, let's talk about this some more next week. Let's organize a meeting to discuss this further. So, reading these sentences, the reason of ending a conversation means number one, it can be you have a next meeting, or you are not comfortable with what you are talking about anymore, or you just wanted to end the conversation. So class, it's time for me to give you now the activity to test if you have understood the topic that we just had, which is about conversation. So this is what you're going to do. Complete the conversations by using the sentences below, drag and drop. But don't worry because I have sent this file to you in PDF form so you can directly type your answers there and send it back to me in our Google Classroom account or in my personal line account. Please do not copy from your friends. Do it on your own so you will test if you have understood our topic or not. Good luck, everyone! So we now come to the end of our online discussion for week 7 class. I hope you have understood our topic, which is about conversation. Now, if you want to ask me about anything with regards to our topic, you can always send me a message in Google Classroom account or in my personal line account, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Stay safe, everyone, and I hope to see you all the soonest. Goodbye!